This is a story about police corruption that is hard to believe in. It happened in the UK. A serious corruption scandal which started from small lies to the court and then transformed into a major issue for the whole Merseyside police force. Hello, my name is Kate. I'm director of the video department in a financial group. Today I have a special video on an unusual topic. President of our group entrusted me to reach you with his story and deliver his message. So here I am. Ildar is a young fintech businessman in fintech business since 2007. He runs several recognized financial firms. His companies at different times sponsored Liverpool FC, #1 tennis player Victoria Azarenka, and now Borussia Dortmund and ex-world chess champion ANAND. His company is the title sponsor of one of top 6 Dakar rally teams. Ildar dedicates himself to charity, has hundreds of employees worldwide, is married and has 2 daughters. Russia is known for its corruption and hostile climate for businesses. By that reason, Ildar left it 9 years ago, starting traveling around the world. He was looking for a stable country where his family could live comfortably. In 2014, Ildar decided to move his family to the UK and started preparations. He makes an advance visit to Liverpool, opens bank accounts to transfer money there before relocation, and returns to his place of living at that time. In 2016, everything was ready for move to the UK, and he arranged transfer of money to the UK bank accounts in the anticipation of that move. But at the last moment, the relocation of his family to the UK is postponed, although the money was already transferred to the UK banks. Ildar decided to keep funds in the UK, being entirely sure it's safe. Safer than anything else in the world. It's UK, right? What can happen with money in a UK bank? Same year, Ildar was diagnosed with an incurable autoimmune disease, accompanied by severe pain. He's okay now, but it took him almost 2 years to learn how to handle the disease properly. During these 2 years, he couldn't travel anywhere due to his health condition. Merseyside police noticed that a foreign businessman had left big monies in the UK and disappeared for 2 years. This was obviously intriguing for them, as they didn't know about his health issue. As they wanted to take over his monies benefiting from his absence, they made a misleading application to the court. Ildar was accused of selling a fake airline ticket to Nigeria for £750 and a fake car on eBay for £6,300. Seriously? A businessman with a 4-year multi-million sponsorship contract with the Liverpool Football Club sells a fake airline ticket to Nigeria and a fake car? Using such a ridiculous insinuation and believing that the businessman will never appear again and address that line to the court, the corrupted UK police officers tried to grasp Ildar's money, which he earned by hard 100-hour per week work. It must be clearly understood that lying to the court is an imprisonable criminal offense. But wait, there is more. To make it worse, they sent the copy of account freezing order to a non-existing address, inputting Ildar's date of birth instead of building number. Once discovered this conspiracy, Ildar had delivered the ultimatum to these police officers that he would file a complaint if they wouldn't stop the misconduct. In response to his ultimatum, he received a humiliating proposal to leave the smaller part of the monies for forfeiture and, by inference, not file a complaint, and they would release the remaining funds. As this was a bandit-like proposal, he of course rejected it. Why would he need to leave his monies for forfeiture, even the smaller part, if he has done nothing wrong? To be precise, the police officers proposed to close the case in exchange for £600,000 to be left for them for forfeiture, and Ildar rejected that offer. Now his legal expenses exceed £1.5 million. Does he regret? Not a bit. For Ildar, it's It's a matter of principle and honor. Now Ildar is harassed and attacked for rejecting that proposal and for raising his voice during almost 2 years in a row. Ildar is not a bully person and he tried to solve issue peacefully. Prior to filing his complaints, he repeatedly offered to the officers to meet him and explain the actions, to apologize. He made efforts to solve the issue with the minimum damages for everyone, but the police officers tried to maliciously apply their powers and made a humiliating, outrageous counter-offer, which he could not accept. After that, all his proposals to meet him were rejected. Now Ildar pays the price for his refusal with a bandit-like proposal to leave monies and withdraw from intention to file a complaint, 2 years of suffering, harassment and malice, added by multi-million damages to his businesses, damages to his family life and health, and 1.5 million legal expenses. Interesting fact: challenging malice when it's armed by the power of the state is expensive. After 2 years of fighting the malicious and corrupt officers alone, Ildar has reached the highest management of the police force. They endorsed the corruption by saying everything is okay. It happened even despite of irresistible evidence having been provided. The police management has a positive duty to maintain integrity of their force and react, but they have failed their duty, effectively enabling serious corruption in their subordination. As a result, Ildar had no choice but to file a complaint even against the chief constable, because endorsing serious corruption is serious corruption. Now what? You will wonder, but even the Prime Minister cannot fire the Chief Constable. There is no one above them, and they are accountable to no one except the public, you. Today, Ildar asks for your help. Don't be indifferent. Blatant and reckless cover-up of serious corruption by the management of a police force is against the public interests, your interests. By way of basic example, this case has already resulted in huge losses for the UK economy, as Ildar moved his multi-million sponsorship contract from Liverpool FC to a German football club, out of principle. But this is just a peak of the iceberg. Prosperity of any country depends on the rule of law, and the UK would never be able to build such a strong economy, envy of the world, without maintaining the famous English standards of a rule of law. Likewise, wherever corruption is, it will always rot the prosperity from the inside, doing so much more harm than you can imagine. Corruption and bad faith benefit and flourish in the silence. Likewise, the wider the world is spread, the better it's for the justice. Do not ignore this message and do not let the silence to persist. The justice counts on you. Ildar counts on you. Share this video with your friends and any people you know. Let the light of information stop the corruption. Don't be ignorant, as ignorance is what makes the corruption to flourish. Here are the links of Ildar's blog. Check them out. And thank you for your attention.